A man can survive insults, hardship, even betrayal. But there's one enemy that destroys him while he's still smiling. One enemy that doesn't break his bones, it blinds his soul. Epictetus called it worse than death itself. He compared it to crows picking at a corpse. The dead lose their eyes but feel nothing. The living lose their sight when they're fed sweet lies and never even notice. That enemy is flattery. When someone always tells you what you want to hear, they're not helping you, they're disarming you. Piece by piece, they strip away your ability to see reality. Your mistakes remain hidden, your weaknesses grow. You stop questioning yourself, you stop growing altogether. And here's the trap: it feels good. Praise feels warm, approval feels safe. But this safety is a cage. Once you live inside it, you stop looking out the window. You stop seeing the truth. A wolf wounds your body. A thief steals your gold. But a flatterer, he steals the very thing you need to survive every battle in life, your clear vision. This is why Epictetus's words cut so deep. The danger isn't the man who shouts at you, but the one who whispers beautifully while leading you toward the cliff. And that's where the real danger begins, because a blind man doesn't know he's blind. Flattery works slowly. It doesn't strike like a sword, it seeps in like poison. At first, it's just small praise, a compliment here, a nod there. You accept it because it feels good, harmless even. But over time, your ears get used to sweetness and your mind starts rejecting anything bitter, anything real. You stop seeking truth, you start seeking comfort. Epictetus saw this as a spiritual disease. A man infected with it walks through life convinced he's strong, wise, and untouchable, when in reality he's weak, ignorant, and unprepared for the moment life decides to test him. Think about it. What happens to a soldier who trains only with easy victories? The first real fight will crush him. That's what happens to a soul raised on flattery. The first blow from reality will break it. The Stoics believe that truth, even when it hurts, is a form of medicine. It strengthens the soul, sharpens the mind, and keeps the eyes open. But if you surround yourself with flatterers, you're throwing away the cure and drinking more poison instead.
And here's the cruelest part. The flatterer isn't always an enemy. Sometimes it's a friend, a colleague, even family, people who think they're protecting you from pain. But in truth, they're protecting you from growth. So the question is, if flattery blinds, what opens the eyes again? The answer is simple to say, but hard to live. You open your eyes by choosing discomfort over comfort. The blindness of comfort is one of the oldest traps in human history. Once a man grows used to hearing only what pleases him, reality becomes an unwelcome guest. He avoids hard conversations. He surrounds himself with voices that echo his own. He builds a little world where everything feels safe. And in that safety, he becomes smaller. Flattery feeds this comfort. It tells you there's nothing to fix, nothing to improve. It convinces you that you've arrived, that your journey is over. And when you believe that, you stop moving, you stop fighting. The Stoics would call this a death before death. Your body still walks and speaks, but your soul, the part that hungers for truth, has gone silent. To see again, you must be willing to hear the things that sting. You must welcome the friend who says you're wrong or you can do better, not push them away. You must ask yourself hard questions. Where am I failing? Where am I weak? What am I avoiding? This is the opposite of comfort. It's raw, it's humbling, and it will often feel like an attack. But it's the only way to sharpen the soul back into something that can face life without fear. Because in the end, comfort can keep you warm, but it can also keep you blind. And a blind man walking through life is only waiting for the day he steps off the edge. And that leads to the next truth. If comfort blinds, then truth wounds. But in the Stoic world, that wound is the only thing that can heal you. Yes, truth wounds. But unlike the wound of betrayal or loss, this one is clean. It cuts to remove the rot. The Stoics understood that the people who truly care for you will sometimes hurt you, not out of cruelty, but out of love. They will tell you you're wrong when it's easier to stay silent. They will challenge you when it's easier to nod along. They will risk your anger to save your sight. This is why Epictetus warned against surrounding yourself with flatterers, not because praise is evil, but because false praise replaces truth, and when truth disappears, so does growth.